Oh, hi everyone and welcome to today's episode. Thank you, you three, for joining me for this impromptu one-shot of absolute chaos. Much like last week, we're going to decide the setting, the level, and roll random characters live and go from there. But before we go round and say hello to these wonderful players, please take a moment to check out our sponsors and things. First of all, check out our social link. There's no such thing as social distancing in the 21st century because we have the power of the internet. I've also just realized that I've got you two in the wrong boxes, but we'll get you in the right boxes, don't you worry. There we go. Come and join our Discord. Come and be a part of the family. We'll look after you through these social isolation times. If you want to get into a game much like this one, send me a DM on Twitter and I'll get you into a game. YouTube, don't be bored. We've got hours and hours and hours of content on there. Hours, hundreds of hours of content. Go and check it all out. Also, check out... Still seeing a blank screen? Can we get a verification on that? There has been a lot of Twitch issues recently, so if you are seeing a blank screen... It may be a refresh. It may be a refresh issue. Check out our sponsors, Hero Forge. They recently had the $3.1 million Kickstarter where they made these colorful minis. This is one of the prototypes. And stay tuned on the channel because as they produce their new color creator, we might be doing things with that as it comes out. Also, check out Mage Hand Press. If you like space and you like D&D, you should check out their Dark Matter expansion for 5e, which has everything you need to create a space setting. And now it would be available in hardback, and in fact, after this all blows over, whether we return to normality or we go to a post-apocalyptic world where comic shops still exist, their hardback book will be available in those stores. Until then, they're doing a massive discount on all of their PDFs. I think it was something like 20% discount, so go and check out their store. Also, check out the Deck of Many. The Deck of Many, we have the Deck of Many Things here. If we want to add to the chaos today, we'll roll on the Deck of Many Things. Why not? There's one of their cards there. That's the Comet. And also, they created the Humblewood campaign, where small woodland creatures try and stop the forest burning down. And you can see that tomorrow at 6 p.m. EST here on the channel. Let's go around and say hello to everyone. Why don't we start with Kristen at Bright Eyes 80. Kristen, who are you? Where can we find you online? And how are you doing?
Hi, I'm Kristen. I am an artist. I am a currently out of work DJ, and I was streaming with Gil Ramirez on his show Welcome to Jamahia, which has been in hibernation for quite a while. You can find me on Twitter at the handle below. You can also find me on Instagram. I'm at kristenp.p.ramirez, and I'm going crazy because I've been in isolation for 2 weeks. So yeah. But other than that, I'm good. And I hope everyone else is doing well too.
Fantastic. Well, we're very glad to have you along and to help break up the isolation just a little bit. Just a little bit. We will continue down the screen and go next to Blue Box Pirate.
And make sure I wasn't muted.
Yeah, doing the mute shuffle.
You can find me on Twitter at BlueBoxPirate, and other than that, I lurk on Scratticus like all the time. That's about it.
Fantastic, thank you so much. And at the bottom of the screen there, we have P. Volkhausen. Petra, how are you doing?
I am doing fine. It's so nice to be back here. I just sat in the green room. It's been a hot minute. Hi, I'm Petra. I'm a language teacher, writer, game designer. If you go to my Twitter profile at P. Volkhausen, you find all the important links to get to my games. And yeah. So I'm popping up on different streams, channels, here and there, whenever I can.
Fantastic. I'm Scratticus. Y'all can refer to me as Favem, or honestly, however you feel comfortable. So... we're going to make a one-shot out of this thing, right? So, I put it to you with the players. Where would you like today's campaign to be set? Do we want to go for something classic? Do we want to do something like, I don't know, Waterdeep, Neverwinter, Greyhawk, something like that? Do we want to go somewhere else? Like, I'm going to veto the Feywild. The last two ones of these I did, everyone went for the Feywild. So I'm vetoing the Feywild. But we could go...
I vote for Eberron, for what that's worth.
Eberron?
I'm good with that.
Okay.
Sure.
Eberron it is. Eberron it is. Fantastic. So, then what level do we want to play?
Not level 1, so we'll all die. I would say at least level 3, maybe. Or is that too? Is that too? Because stuff starts to accumulate. Like I'd be fine with it, but.
I can build an encounter for every level. Look at me. How confident am I? Look at that. I say that now. Someone clip that and play it back to me later. So far, we had a level 20 one-shot come out of one of these and a level 10 one-shot come out of these, so...
Do you want to make it like a 5?
I'm good with like 3.
Or 3 or 5? Somewhere between there?
So 3, we get our first class perks. 5, you get your second class perks. 4, you get an attribute increase. Where do we want to go?
I'm good with 5.
5.
5.
It is.
Fantastic. So then, in your DnDBeyond character creator, please go ahead and roll up a level 5 character.
Okay. So that's the only thing we put in.
Well, I think you have other options as well, like allowing multi-classes and stuff like that. I will warn you, when rolling a random character, they are not likely to be well optimized.
So, no, I mean, multi-classing at level 5 is a little bit iffy anyway.
That's up to you.
Oh,
Alright,
shoot, it didn't allow feats.
Just a
Damn it.
second.
Yeah, you got plenty of seconds.
What is that name?
Okay. So, all right, we want
Oh my god.
You know what? I think we want. So I did sit there and plan on my music earlier, but if we're going to Eberron, that makes me want to change things up a little bit. So let's get some setting down, shall we? Whilst you're getting your characters set up. I think we'll be on a flying ship. This ship is flown by 5 rings, one of the biggest ships we've seen in Eberron history. It's longer than a Blood Bowl field, and wide enough to house around 800 occupants. Pretty big ship. It's currently flying through the sky. This is a pleasure barge. This is a cruise, you know. So there's a lot going on here. That you've got people partying on deck. There's all you can serve drinks, and all the fun things that you can find on a party barge. We can go around and add things to the party barge, actually, things that you think would be apparent. That'd be cool.
I want
However,
pool billiard.
Go on.
I want a table to play pool billiard.
Pool table? Yep. Oh yeah,
And
that's pool table.
I will need a crate or 2, because I turned out to be a dwarf.
Are you playing pool with like a little step?
Yeah, and then I will need someone. Oh yeah, I will need someone to. I'm working on this. I need little wheels underneath the crate.
Got it. Using the pool cue perhaps as a gondola. I love that. I love that. There is a catch to all this though. Whilst there are 750 people here for pleasure and relaxation, there are 50 who are not. There are 50 people who are here on business or on official travel, undercover. I think you 3 are going to be part of them. So, who has a character?
I have mine. Should I export that to Roll20 or just kind of let it run?
Just let it run.
Okay.
Tell us about them. Who are they?
I am Elufine, a half-elf cleric. Let's see if I have a description going. Let's see, he's proficient with acrobatics, insight, investigation, persuasion, and survival. So he is probably... He worked with the church, but it was all just a cover reason. His background is criminal.
Oh.
So let me see. Oh. He's not very charismatic. And he's definitely slow on with a dex of 4.
Oh,
But-
the random character generator was not kind to you. My goodness.
No, I am not a backup tank. Let me put it that way.
Do
Let
you
me
have
see.
any?
What else
any,
can I just?
Any good stats?
My highest is 14, and I have 3 of them: strength, intellect, and wisdom. So it's not
Okay.
terrible.
That balances. That balances. Okay.
It looks like cleric of life, so he's gonna be Healy. Oh, he has Revivify. That's not bad. Oh, spiritual weapon all over the place. I think I'm ready. That's all I need, is spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
Okay. And so.
So let's say Elefine is. Sorry.
No, you carry on. You carry on. Sounded like you were going where I was going.
Let's say he's bald-headed, big pointy ears from his elf background. He wears the symbols of the church all over on his sleeves, on his belt, on a holy symbol hanging around his neck, but he just is gruff. He has a face that he wants you to think he's a noble and kindly man of the church, but nobody wants to talk to him. He has no tableside manners. He's just kind of a jerk.
And can you remind me, what business was he on here as well? Is it some undercover thing, being a criminal, or?
He's probably middle parts of the undercover. He's on the ship with the church. Maybe depending on how long the cruise is, maybe someone's gonna need a confessional or something. So he's
Okay.
with the
okay, so
church, but he's undercover doing some criminal activity.
You're there for
to be
religious
determined.
relief. I can get behind that. I can definitely get behind that. Okay. How about Petra?
Yeah, I'm a hill dwarf with a name of, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Les Gwyn. So it's not just Gwyn, it's less of Gwyn, it's Les Gwyn. And then that surname, Foam Tank. Oh, it's a foam tankard. Whoa, that took me way too long to get that. And I'm a shadow sorcerer with an intelligence of 8. If I remember correctly, it's been quite some time since I played a sorcerer and played D&D in general, but I do remember that I ideally have a little bit more intelligence for a sorcerer.
I mean, how did your charisma come out? That's going to be your spell casting ability, I think.
Oh, that's true. Hold on. Where's it? 9. That's almost average.
Chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. So Lesquin foam tankard, and does your what
So-
how does your character introduce themselves? What are their pronouns? And what are they doing here on the ship?
I would say let's go with she, her, and she has I'd say short red hair, and I would say she looks really dapper. Like a waistcoat and over a shirt, and sort of nicely tailored pants and boots. And but I think that's where the niceties stop. I think Lesquin and what was Elefine? Is that how you the other character's name?
Elfina. Yeah.
Elfina. They probably go along well because I don't think she has a lot of manners. I have to figure it out.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
So the background I get is something with an inheritance, huh? Background. Inheritor.
Oh.
Blah, blah, blah. Choose or randomly determine your inheritance from among the possibilities in the table below. There's no table below.
We could say it's a rich uncle or something. Maybe you're one of the, oh, God, I need to brush up on my Eberron houses very quickly. The Caniff family who forged the Warforged. So maybe you're a descendant of, removed, obviously, because you're a foam tankard, but maybe your auntie or uncle or something married into there and...
Oh, actually, I think I decided to let go of my actual family name, and I chose the foam tankard myself, because I didn't want to have anything to do with them. But then I found out that I was supposed to inherit something, and maybe it's somewhere on the ship, and that's why I'm here.
Yes,
Someone,
I love that.
For some reason, has something of value. Like, I did not care about my family and all their nobility business and whatnot until I found out that I was supposed to inherit something quite valuable. Maybe I don't even know what it is. I would say I'm just assuming, Lesquin is assuming that it's gonna, let's say she's a hedonist, so she just hopes that it's going to be valuable.
Fair. That is totally fair. Okay. And Kristen, how you doing over there?
All right, so I am Hilmia Bigheart. I am a Lightfoot halfling barbarian.
Okay.
And, yeah. I'm a very, very tiny barbarian. Strength is 13. Dexterity is 13. Constitution is 17. Intelligence is 15, which for barbarians not bad, you know.
That's pretty bright.
Wisdom is 11. And charisma is 12.
Okay. Okay. What? Yeah. Okay. What was the name again? Sorry.
Hilmia, Hilmia, and then Big Heart, one word.
Hilmia Big Heart. That sounds like a
Trade stats.
and which pronouns will Hilmia use?
I'm gonna go with they them.
They them. Lovely. Okay, so we're gonna update the thing. And why would you be on this magnificent cruise ship?
Let's see. As a barbarian, partly as a sense of adventure. I'm gonna say they just got bored. Hilmia got bored and wanted to go take a cruise.
Fair.
And then got wrapped into.
Yeah, you know what?
Wrapped up into.
The cruise quite expensive, but they were hiring, so
it sounded like a good job opportunity, and they just said yes, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I'm bored.
Perhaps you had visions of grandeur. Unfortunately, they've put you in the kitchen.
That sounds like
Which maybe might be how you encountered Eliphine and Lesquin. Maybe through lunch service or something like that.
that sounds like, yeah. I like it.
So, circumstances contrive to put you all together at a table, either on a break from your regular duties or at an off time when you can take a bit of time to relax. People around you are like they always are. They're drunk, they're gaudy, they're rambunctious. But you know what? No one's causing any trouble. Everything's okay. So.
Are we all undercover employees then, or not undercover employees, but employees who are, or only Hilmia? Is she the only one?
I believe Eliphine is working for the church on the ship, so providing a service. So maybe not employee, but employee adjacent. Hilmia definitely on the staff, and Lesquin, that's up to you.
Nah, she doesn't do work.
Fair. Okay, well let's zoom in on your conversation as you all sit. It's been a reasonably pleasant day. Sun's out. You know, you're on top deck. Sun's beating down through the large atmospheric container on the ship. You're a distance away from the fire rings, that they're not causing too much heat, but the sun is pleasantly warm.
I think, yeah, Lesquin is just relaxing right now, and sans out, guns out. She has her the sleeves rolled up, and for a sorcerer, she's quite muscular and well built.
I'm hearing muscle wizard.
Yeah, basically. And I think she's just checking out the other people on the deck and mumbling to herself and sort of half engaging in a conversation with the other two, and sort of that person could be rich. Does he look rich to you? He looks rich to me. What do you think? And
The trappings of wealth are no need to concern ourselves. Faith in the Lords will give us all that we need.
Ugh. Hermia, what do you think?
I don't care. As long as they're buying my drinks, I'm fine. And Hilmia is just like, Hilmia has this huge tray of, various concoctions. Also, I should note, Hilmia has a 1 foot massive mohawk, so it adds a foot to height. So they are not inconspicuous at all. But they are going to start making their way through the crowd, and getting people's orders out to them, and just kind of listening in to see if anything pops out at them.
I think before Hilmia walks off, Lesquin just quickly reaches over and takes a random drink, and then just starts sipping while still screening the audience, or not the audience, the other guests.
That is one of the nice things. Everyone, including the staff when off duty, has all-inclusive. The drinks, it's claimed that the drinks can never run out on this barge. The Babel. Simple name.
Yeah.
As you're going through the crowd, Hilmia, indeed, this person that Lesquin has pointed out to you, they do seem, to stand out a little bit. They, where everyone else is kind of relaxed into the cruise, most people out here are sunbathing in swimwear or sunbathing gear. And they are not, however. They are in a large top hat. They're wearing a full suit, which is a kind of hue of purple with a green lining. It's a bit, but also, they seem to be looking for something. They're not relaxing like everyone else. They're looking around as though they're expecting to see something. Almost, you see him focus on you for a second as you walk past, as though he's trying to figure out you. No, and then looks somewhere else and is really taking everyone in.
All right, so Hilmia is going to make their way back to the other two, and they're going to lean over to Lesfin and be like, "That one in the purple suit. I don't know about that one in the purple suit."
Right, I noticed him.
Hot.
Sorry, I didn't catch the last half of what you said.
He's in a suit, and it's hot, and he's looking around like he's looking for something.
Right. I have to remind myself that I'm at intelligence 8. Right. A suit. Yeah, that really doesn't make too much. I'll be right back. And she gets up with a drink, tries to be as inconspicuously looking as possible, which she totally isn't. She doesn't know how that works, but she thinks that she's completely nonchalant being nonchalant about it. She's doing what she thinks is just a stroll. So in general direction of this guy, but it's pretty hilarious to look at, actually.
Okay. And again, you see his eyes lock on you for a second. No. and looking around. Then suddenly he turns on his heel and begins marching away down the deck. And it is a march, like a forced march.
Would Hilmia know like the general layout of the ship since they're working on the ship?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Can I do like a perception check to see where this guy is going?
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Use my big one. That would be 9. Forgive me, it's been a year since I played D&D. What is my modifier for perception check again? It's wisdom, right?
Yes, wisdom and proficiency if you're proficient.
Okay, well then it's just a 9 because I have 0 bonus to perception.
On a 9, you can tell that they're heading towards the back of the ship. You can't tell exactly where, but you know the further back in the ship you go, the less leisurely the ship is and the more maintenance-y it is. That's where like the engines are, that's where the aircon is, that's where all of the kitchens are, and everything is all towards the back of the ship.
Okay. All right, well, he's heading toward the back of the ship. I'm telling this to is it Elephine again?
Blue Box is just disconnected for a hot second. They should be right back.
All right, well, I'm going to pretend he's deep in conversation, and I'm going to go over to Lesvin, and I'm going to let her know that he's indeed heading to the back of the ship. I don't know what he'd want to do back there, but he's back there.
Well, let's find out. I mean, I'm just gonna be his shadow. He will definitely not notice me coming after him. And so she wings and just waddles after him. Also, I think I was just wondering why is she even doing that. But I mean, again, Lesquin, bless her heart, her intelligence is 8. So I think her reasoning is, so somebody has something really valuable that she's supposed to inherit. She's no idea what it is. So she's just gonna check out rich people in the hope that something is going to happen. And so yeah, she's just gonna walk after him. She's keeping some distance between herself. I would say like 6-7 meters.
That's a decent amount of distance, even by social distancing standards.
It is.
So,
right?
Why don't you give me a stealth roll? But seeing as you're being extra cautious and leaving a fair amount of distance, you can take advantage.
Okay.
But taking advantage will mean you're more likely to potentially lose them.
Okay. Very quickly, you said it's possible to roll straight out of D&D Beyond?
Yes, if you have the Beyond 20 expansion on...
I forgot about that. Then I have to... No, let me just use...
Or you can, if you're in the Roll20, you can just type... I'll put it in the Zoom chat. You can just type /R1D20 plus your modifier, whatever it is. I'll put it down as an X.
So stealth, you said? That's, Dex. I think Dex is my highest.
Oh.
Hold on, let me go back. Too many tabs here. So Dex, so it's a modifier says 3. And then... No, I'm not. So it's just that, right? D20 plus the Dex modifier.
Yep, /R, 1D20 plus Dex.
Okay.
You do have advantage.
Oh,
you do have
true.
advantage.
Let's see. That's gonna be hilarious.
Okay.
Hey, I mean, that's... Why is this good?
So, here are your choices, Lesquin. You can either keep track of them and be detected, or stay hidden and lose them.
I think, I think she stays hidden, but not because she realizes that she's about to be noticed, but she spilled some of her drink over her hand, and she just walks off to the side. And for the moment, she completely forgot about this guy and just stepped maybe into a nook or something like that, and that's why she's not caught, but she also loses him.
And I think both Hilmir and Alethine, who are watching, will see Lesquin follow this suited person, and then see them. You'll probably see them dip around a corner, and you see Lesquin like come out from their hiding place, like ha ha, and you see the whole thing unfold.
Hilmi is going to kind of stifle a laugh. Well, that didn't work. So would Hilmia know like a shortcut to get to the back of the ship? Assuming that's where this person's heading.
I mean, you could dip through the kitchen, yeah.
All right, so that's I'm gonna look over at Elefine and kind of like, do that, and I'm gonna head toward the kitchen and just leave my tray of drinks somewhere where someone else can find it and pass it out, and then I'm gonna head toward the back of the ship to see if I can intercept this person.
Okay.
I'm gonna notice her head nod and try to follow. I only imagine that she would set down the tray of drinks, and I would almost immediately bump into it, knock the whole thing everywhere. Whoops.
I look back at him like, he's with me. Okay, he's with me. Just come on.
Little known rule in pretty much every kitchen in Eberron. Glasses in the kitchen is like a massive faux pas because they're all worried about broken glass getting into the food. So as this tray goes over and glass shatters everywhere, Hilmir, you see this chef, like a half-orc, overweight gentleman. Never trust a chef who's not overweight, by the way. Like, the glass shatters and you just see him starting to, like, swell. Like, and his face turns red.
Yeah, that was my fault. Sorry. Yeah, totally. Take it. I'll take responsibility for that. Yeah. And I try to like stand as tall as my 3-foot frame will allow me to.
Everyone, scrap your dishes. Start from scratch. We need to do full clean.
Would be mending, trying to get all the cups back together so there's no pieces left over.
Lesquin actually at this point would have come over, and she would have just started to sort of take the tray and take one of the cups and just, lift the tray on one side to just, it's a horrible mix of alcohol or whatever it was in the drinks, but she's just trying to capture whatever is left in one of the
like the drip
still
tray
fine
shot.
to me.
Yeah. Yeah. You can 100% do that. You can you are able to get about a shot's worth, about the same amount as a potion, of potentially broken glass, alcohol in the thing. As the chef rounds on you all, everything goes quiet. The chef is frozen in place. There's no noise whatsoever. Not even the sound of engines. Nothing. You all three can move freely.
I'm gonna go out the door and just look at the crowd.
You see people like stuck in like mid-motion. Like you see one person laughing with like milk coming like halfway out their nose, and like another person like bowling, and they're frozen, but the ball has hit the ground and is rolling away from them.
Are you guys seeing this?
Lesquin is still in the kitchen, and she goes over to the the cook and pokes him just in the shoulder. Tries to move his arm.
It's not like he's petrified or anything. He is kind of fleshy, and you can manipulate his arm, but he doesn't move of his own volition at all.
Huh.
The nearest person. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Seeing them all frozen. I almost forgot my own name. What is it? Elefine is going to elephant. It's Elfie. You can pronounce it however you want. He's going to go up and check out a person. You know, being a cleric, he does know way to heal certain maladies. Is this something that he would have seen before, or maybe have some idea what to do about it?
Well, why don't you roll to find out? Give me a religion, arcana, or at a push investigation roll.
Go with religion. That's not bad. Let me.
Well, on a 7, it seems y'all are cursed tonight with your rolls. On a 7, unfortunately, you have never seen anything like this. However, even with that low roll, you can surmise that by the way that Lesquin is able to manipulate his arm and then it freezes again, whatever is freezing everything must still be working. You know, it's not like you can free it up and then it hangs loosely. It must be continuously working.
Could Lesquin do? I don't know if an Arcana check would do anything, but would she have any kind of idea as a magic user? What might be causing this? Or let me see. I don't have. Blah, 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 blah. Nope, I don't have anything. Nope, I do not have. What's that spell called again? Detect magic. I do not have that.
Okay. Well, without having to detect magic, why don't you give me a give me a Arcana check?
Shall do. So it's a +2, and then is it then plus also plus proficiency? It's been way too long since I played D&D.
Yeah, if you're proficient in Arcana, then yes, you can add your proficiency.
Yeah. Where's the oh, it's right there. Okay, cool. So 20 + 2 + 3. Hold on. Getting better. 11.
Getting better. An 11. On an 11, you can presume that this level of magic is not being produced by a person. It must be being produced by some kind of powerful magical item, perhaps an artifact.
Interesting. At this point, she would actually sort of peek out the kitchen after she heard Helmia saying, you know, if we're seeing this. But I guess with an 11, I wouldn't have any idea where it's coming from.
No, unfortunately, you cannot get any of that information from that check.
Well, then she comes out with her the drink that she probably shouldn't drink and walks over to the others and says, so, well, what I can tell you is that was that, I mean, and then, you know, stuff starts to spill out of the cup. This all here was caused by a thing, not a person. That's all I have.
thing by a person. All right, well then we should go find the person. Right?
Yeah, the person who's got the thing.
There. All right. So Hilmia's gonna kind of look toward the hallway that the guy went down. I think we should go down there and find him. But before we do that, I'm gonna go find the person that has the liquid spitting out of their mouth. I'm gonna take the cup out of their hand and put it on their head. And I'm gonna turn back and go to the hallway.
Absolute chaos. Absolute chaotic evil. Thank you very much for the subs going on in chat, everyone. Blue Box, thank you. And also Light Fingery, thank you. 24 months, that's an incredibly long time.
Yeah, Les Gwyn approves of what Hilmia just did. She probably just snores and that's a good one.
All right, so are you guys gonna come down the hallway with me? You want to see if it's this guy?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. Purple suit, come on. He's got to be into something.
Oh, he most definitely. I'm right behind you.
All right.
Well, either way.
I have 2 hand axes on my person. I'm gonna just kind of keep one in my hand as we go down this hallway.
Sure thing, yeah. You have a hand axe in your hand, ready to go. And we have a hype train going on in chat. I didn't pre-warn you players, but our hype train is incentivized. So if we hit level 1, which I imagine we pretty much have, you are all going to get 2 advantages to use at your convenience.
Ooh, nice.
If we hit level 2, you don't get any advantages, but I get 8 disadvantages to use against you. If we hit level 3, I don't get any disadvantages, but you all get 2 nat 20s to use at your convenience. And if we hit level 4, we all draw from the deck of many. If we hit level 5, then all of those things happen simultaneously. Maximum chaos, maximum chaos. So yeah, you can carry on down this corridor towards the back of the ship. And there is movement back here. You see not a man in a purple suit, but a stout fellow, not one of the stout folk halflings, but a stout human indeed, dressed in a pair of swimming briefs, carrying a crate. He has a massive scar down his face, which is partially covered by an eye patch.
That's a choice. So I'm gonna turn back to the other 2. All right, so what do you want to do about this dude?
Hey, we could just talk to him. I mean, you've gotta respect. And she looks him up and down. You've gotta respect whatever is going on there. Hey, he looks like a nice guy. Person.
All right. I'm not very good with people. You want to try talking to him?
I sure can. Can't guarantee what the outcome's gonna be, but it was nothing. And so yeah, she.
Welcome back, Blue Blocks.
Son?
You've all seen a person who is not frozen carrying a crate in a pair of swimming briefs. He has a large scar down his face, partially covered by an eye patch.
And so Les Gwyn is about to just walk up to him and talk to him, but I let you react in case you think for whatever reason that might be not a good idea.
Muted?
Is this anybody that we would have seen before, or just a complete stranger?
I mean, it kind of looks like he would fit in. I mean, but then that eye patch does look kind of noticeable. Difficult to place. Why don't you give me a history check?
So history.
Don't you get the eye patches at the souvenir shop?
On a 14, you might have seen this person around. Welcome in, Raiders. You've joined us mid-hype train. How are you doing? Thank you very much for coming along. You might have seen this person around the ship. Yeah, you must have done, but they weren't doing anything of note. They were just, enjoying the cruise. So there's no real information here that you get about them. But yeah, you've seen them around. They were a part of the cruise, sure.
Right. I myself am not going to desire to interact with this person, but I am going to lay my hand on Lesquin's shoulder and wish her the best of luck with this interaction. I got her back, and cast guidance.
Nice. What does that do again? It gives me some kind of bonus for
It's plus 1d4 to,
skill checks.
I believe so. Let me double check.
Yeah. Skill checks and saves, I think.
One ability check of its choice. You can roll it before or after making the ability check. It's concentration for me. It's up to a minute. So.
Wonderful. And as he casts the guidance on her, would you say that she feels that sort of magical energy rushing through her?
Little rush of what might be holy energy or might just be, maybe I just have minty breath. You can't really tell, but it feels good.
That tingle good. Is it gonna sober me up as well? No, it's not. Anyway, here I go. And so she just saunters up to the guy and, she's not very quiet about it. And she will go, "Oi, person, excuse me."
The guy jumps out of his skin, drops the crate, falls over it, lands in a heap on the floor, and looks back around, jumping back up like, "Oh,
I'm very sorry. It was me. Hey, you're not frozen. That's cool.
You neither. You neither. That's how weird that everyone's frozen.
Isn't it though? Also, that eye patch. That's really you. You've got to tell me where you got that from.
The Sire Wars some time back.
Oh, so I could have sworn I saw that at the souvenir.
And now that you're close, you can see it's actually stitched to his face. It's not like an eye patch that one of the uncomfortable things that's always pressing on your face. It's like actually a permanent fixture.
Oh, that's indeed a choice. That's... Oh, God. And she takes a sip from the terrible mixture in her cup, or what's left of it.
So, what do we do now?
I don't know. I was talking about the same thing with my friends back there earlier. I mean, I guess we're trying to find out what caused this. Also, I just remember when I actually walked down here. Have you seen a guy in a suit with a hat, like sort of purple with green, like very stylish?
Nope, never seen him. Never seen him in my life.
Oh, okay. I don't think Lesquin would go for an inside check.
Maybe we should try and find more people who aren't frozen.
Yeah, you've got the bestest. I need to stop drinking. Good idea, my friend.
So you cover the front of the ship, and I'll cover the back of the ship, and together we can cover the whole thing.
That's so smart. That's amazing. I've got to tell my friends about it.
Are your friends not frozen either?
No.
He looks over your shoulder and looks back towards Hilmir and Alethine. Okay, well, I was going to ask if you were sneaking, but then Alethine waved. So his eyes widen a little bit, see the pupils dilate. He's like, yeah, all right, well, you three do that, and I'll carry on at the back.
Will you be good on your own though? It's just you and then the three of us. Should we kind of?
Oh, yeah, I'll be absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. I mean, everyone's frozen, right? We're just looking for people who aren't frozen. I mean, it's not like anyone on the ship has any, nefarious or dangerous reasons to be here. That would be preposterous.
Yeah, I mean it's a cruise, right? So everybody's just here to enjoy and relax. And by the way, are we talking loudly enough that the other two might overhear us?
Yeah, can be. Yeah, I think that's perfectly reasonable. They'd be able to hear you.
Can I roll for that to see if I heard overheard?
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check.
Perception. 18.
Oh yeah. You're hearing every word.
All right. So, being a halfling, I kind of snuck up behind Lesbian and was just like, well, so I'm actually an employee on this ship, and I think it's great that we're all, checking the different areas, but I really think I need to be back here keeping an eye on the engine and everything, because I work here. I need to make sure that my ship's okay. I mean, it's not my ship, but I work here, and I have a responsibility,
I mean, that makes perfectly sense. You're so smart.
Yeah, I totally agree. In fact, I'm an engineer. I'm an engineer.
I've never seen an engine that looks like that, but all right. I didn't know that engines wore swimsuits. But okay.
Engineer. It was my day off.
Okay. Well, then you don't mind me, kind of keeping an eye on things and just, making sure that everything's all right. And I'm kind of fiddling with my hand axe a little bit. Just to put the fear of whatever his god is in him.
Are you trying to intimidate this individual?
Maybe slightly. Just a little bit. Little intimidation.
Just like a casual intimidation. Okay, why don't you give me a why don't you give me an intimidation check?
All right. Let me pull up my. Ooh, that's ugly. Hold on. Where'd you go? Sorry, give me a second.
No, you're okay. He's looking. I mean, if I haven't made. He's very shifty. This guy. His eyes are going everywhere.
Yeah. Where's my intimidation?
Should be.
So I'm gonna have to ask. What can I add for intimidation on that?
Should be charisma plus proficiency if you're proficient.
Charisma. Yikes. All right.
While she's looking that up, Elephine is just looking awkward as hell, like kind of kicking the ground near him. He knows what's going on, but he doesn't want to be part of it. He wants to hang back, and he just has no idea what to do with himself.
All right, so intimidation was a whole whopping 4.
Oh, so if anything, he goes, now look, I think you'll find that as an engineer, the engine rooms are my responsibility. And without proper training in safety and working at heights and manuals, I can't just let anyone go back there. I need to go and find if any of the engineers are frozen, find out if the engines are frozen, and all the other engine things. Anyone can perform an insight check on this person at this point. He's shifty as heck.
Lesquin leans down to a little bit to Helmy and says, "So, whose authority is higher? Like, who wins?"
Well, he's not the captain. I mean, technically, and I'm whispering this, technically, he's, a little, he's way above my pay grade. But I don't trust him.
Oh, wait. She leans in even closer. What do you mean you don't trust him? I mean, look, he looks so cool.
I know, but engineers don't wear swimsuits usually. I mean, it's kind of dangerous. You're leaving a lot exposed.
It was his day off.
Exposed.
And so you see Lesquin processing the information, and so her eyes narrow, and then she looks at the. Okay, I'm rolling an insight.
Please do. Is that your insight there as well, Blue Box? The 7? Yep. Seems like one of your old friends, you know, trustworthy enough.
Alright, hold on. Just +1. So what? Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, we got a level 3 hype train. Thank you very much, chat. Which means everyone has 2 nat 20s to use at your convenience.
Nice.
And also, what was the first one? 2 advantages?
We only hit level 3, so everyone just gets 2 nat 20s. If we hit level 5, then all of the things come true. But until then, each level replaces the level before it.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm just gonna use one of those nat 20s right away.
Using one of those nat 20s right away.
Yeah.
Lesquin, you can see right through this chap. You can see, well, the cut of his jib. There's no pencil behind his ear. There's no tools anywhere near him. You can see the crate on the floor looks like it has some sort of sound equipment.
Sorry, where was it? The sound equipment?
The crate that he dropped on the floor. It had spilled out like a stethoscope and maybe a microphone and things like that. It's you know, like and he's lying. Lies. Lying. Everything he said has been a lie. He's sitting on a great big throne of lies.
Honestly, that might be the exact words of Lesquin as it sinks in. It's this honest shock, and you were right. He's lying. You were lying. Just
As
spelling
you
it out.
declare his lie, he turns on his heel and runs.
Well, shit. What now?
Leaving the crate and everything else, he just runs. Maybe, Hilmia, that was the effect of your intimidation. Delayed effect, maybe.
All right. I feel like part of us should chase him and part of us should look in this crate. What do you guys think? Like, what's my speed? My speed is...
I'm definitely not made for chases. I am in all of my cleric regalia and heavy straps and a big prayer book, and I'm not running after nothing.
All right. Well, I will take off with my tiny little legs and run after him. And then if you guys want to look in the crate, see what's in the crate. Or if you want to chase with me, I'm happy to have you.
I think Lesquin would actually ask Hilmia, because she immediately adopted her as the one who knows what's going on. She's just gonna follow her command. I think as Hilmia starts to run off, Lesquin was like, "What do you want me to do?"
You know magic, right?
Yeah.
Look in the crate. I don't know anything about magic. I'm just gonna chase this guy and beat him up.
Why would there be magic in the... Okay. And she kneels down next to the crate, puts down the drink just for a second. There's still a little bit left. And then, so when he dropped the crate, did it break?
The crate broke, yes. And inside were several things. I've already described some listening equipment. There's like a stethoscope and a microphone thing. Also, as you look inside the crate proper, there looks to be like a mechanical drill. like an actual industrial drill thing. At first, you think maybe he was an engineer, but then no, he definitely wasn't.
Wait, would we like recognize what all of this is?
I mean, yeah, I think you would. I think they're common enough items that you would recognize what they're used for, even if you can't list off the model number and everything else, or what it might be used for. You would definitely recognize a large drill and the listening equipment. You've been to the doctors; they've listened to you, breathe in and all that, breathe out.
Yeah, she takes the stethoscope, puts it on. Still beating. That's working. Takes a drill.
It's pretty slow. You've been drinking.
Yeah. Does this look like magic to you? And she looks at Alephine.
Alephine walking up, kind of takes a peek without getting too close. He doesn't know what he's dealing with. Probably kicks over whatever's left of your drink on his way there.
No,
sorry,
you're not.
Sorry. These feet, I just can't control them. We'll get you another one. It's unlimited, I hear. I don't know about magic, but I'm pretty sure I know that these tools are used for breaking into something. Not saying that I have any experience with them, because I'm a man of the cloth and I would never know anything about burglary or anything like that. But I'm just saying I think that's what they might be.
Leswin completely, he really recognized the second half of that speech. She was like, oh, you mean that and then he would, so to listen at, you're
yes.
so smart. Man, I'm really glad I met you and Helmia. I would have been so fucking lost on the ship without you. That will fight my inheritance in
the
no
guidance
time.
of our lords that led us here.
Yeah, whatever. By the way, I totally think Lesquin being Lesquin, she definitely told Hilmia and Alephine about her inheritance. Sort of completely trusting them. I mean, again, she doesn't really know what it is. But I think one night over too many drinks while playing pool, and sort of I like this image of her sort of like gondola style, moving herself on the crate around the pool table. Yeah, she definitely wouldn't just have spilled her drinks, but also everything she knows about her inheritance.
So then you would all be aware that there is a large inheritance somewhere on this ship from the House Caniff.
I mean, let's say Lesquin doesn't remember that she told them that.
Oh, okay. A drunken story. Okay, yeah. With this in mind, let's pan across to Hilmia. Hilmia, the Fug has a 30-foot lead on you.
Oh boy. All right. My speed is 35 feet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep running. I'm undeterred.
So, you see him ahead. He's only 30 feet away, and you can feel as though you're gaining on him. And he goes down some steps into a large room that is filled with steam and other things.
I'm just gonna follow him.
Okay, as you go down, there's a number of paths you could have taken here. Like, there's maybe the corridor goes back on itself. You could carry on straight. You can't see him straight, but there's also a number of tunnels going off within 5-10 feet. So by the time you get down the stairs, you've lost sight of him. Would you make either a perception or a survival check to keep track?
Let's see what I have. I'm gonna do a survival check.
Uh-huh.
Right. And that is. And which modifier would I be using for that again?
Survival will be wisdom, I think.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, it's a 13.
Okay, 13. Unlucky for some, but good enough. On a 13, you can look around and you see... Ah, yes. Tracks this way. He went straight and left.
All right. So I'm going to follow him down that way. Are there things that I can like kind of hide behind as I get closer to where he is?
Well, as you turn left into this corridor, it goes on, and then there's a sharp right, and then you are in more there's a ladder that goes down, almost straight down. You know, like how a ship's ladder is.
Mhm.
And then as you are at the top of these steps before you go down, you can see there is a large space in this engine room. In fact, one of the engines is moving. Not as it should be, not like doing this. It's moving laterally across the inside of the deck.
That's weird. All right, so I'm gonna try to climb. I'm gonna climb down this ladder. I'm gonna try to do it stealthily.
There are some like engine parts and things you can hide behind. Give me a stealth roll.
Hang on, I'm looking at all of my
No, you're
features
okay.
here.
The beauty of rolling a random character, trying to catch up with features in the speed of light.
All right, so my stealth is a 7.
As you make your way down the ladder, your hand brushes something, and you hear a spanner go down the stairs, clanging loudly on every step, and then landing at the bottom and colliding with a metal object and ringing like a gong.
All right, well, I'm gonna continue down anyway.
You have not been seen, but you can see several people down here, all wearing swimsuits. Looking. They've stopped moving. They're looking around like on high alert.
All right, I'm gonna find the nearest thing I can hide behind and hide.
Hiding there. Great. Let's pan back up to Lesquin and Alethine. What do you do?
What indeed? So did Alethine take the cup, or did he just spill the rest of the drink?
I probably just kicked it over. You set it down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably just kicked it over.
Then first things first, she's going to pick up that mug. Unless it broke, then she would. But either way, she's going to the kitchen to get seconds or thirds liquid.
Yeah, you'd know there's no more alcohol in the kitchen. There's only alcohol there because you got the tray. You'd actually need to go to the bar, which is a far more distant walk.
Okay.
Mia hasn't come back in a minute. Maybe we should go after her.
Does that would that coincide, the direction coincide with the direction that I would have to go to get to the bar?
You know there is a private bar at the back of the ship. It's like a VIP bar, but everyone's frozen, right?
Let's go.
Open bar.
Yeah, so then she would just start walking into the direction that Helmia vanished into.
Okay, and as you make your way down the steps, can you also give me a survival or perception check to try and figure out where Hilmia and this bug went?
Survival or perception?
Either, yes.
Gotta go with survival. For some reason, I'm proficient in there. So...
Would you like that roll for me as well?
Yeah.
Well, that happened.
I survive everything with a 9.
Oh, yeah, and brilliant, brilliant. Nice and consistent. I do like consistency in my rolls.
Right.
They went straight. Dead straight. As you continue down this corridor, eventually you come to the end, and you can only there's a door there that says Chief Engineer only. If either of you, go on.
Yeah, she looks at. Yeah, she's about to ask. So does that mean we're not allowed to? Okay.
I just go in like mid-sentence. Are we not allowed to door open?
Yep. The shaking hands with the door handle. It is unlocked, and you are in a room with a large glass window overlooking the engine room. You can see 4 people in swimsuits that are standing behind an engine that looks out of place. I think on that 7 as well, Hilmir. You can also see Hilmir hiding behind some engine parts nearby. And you can also see the purple-suited man standing where the engine should be, next to a large door marked K. At this moment, all of you will see your eye-patched friend run in from a different direction, crying, "There's people! They're here! They're not frozen!" And
I know! They're down there. Did you see them?
oh, he's downstairs. He's down. You can see him
he
through
is
the glass.
downstairs. Never mind.
Yeah. He's run to the other people in suits. So
Gotcha,
there's now
gotcha.
5 people in there in swimsuits and the person there.
Okay.
And they are all on high alert. They're like pulling out maces and short bows and who knows where from. You know, it's kind of like GTA, I guess, as they're pulling these weapons out from assumedly their.
And Hilmir is also down with them on their level.
Hilmir is down with them. Yes.
Okay.
Hiding.
Clearly hiding.
Right. You said we're behind glass window?
Yes.
Right. Well, they're pulling out weapons. Hilmia's hiding behind some engine parts. Engine whatever. I would probably cast Spiritual Weapon. It has a range of 60 feet. Can I get that, like, right in the middle of all of them?
Yeah, sure. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
You might think that as a cleric it would be, you know, like a glowy mace or something like that, but it is definitely not. It is some blood red daggers, like 3 or 4 daggers that just kind of float in an eerie cloud. And they kind of stab out sneaky like.
Oh my goodness, yeah, those appear in the center of all of them, and I mean, can they attack a spiritual weapon? I guess we need to enter combat one way or another, right?
I think as soon as he starts casting, it's like, what are you doing? Wait, wait, there's daggers. Where did it? Was that you?
Those are mine. I'm trying to distract them from Hilmia.
The 4 of them are looking at the spiritual weapon, like they're sort of like circling it, like one of them prods at it with the quarterstaff. It's working. They're definitely focused on it. However, you all will hear the person in the suit with the top hat goes, "Ah, Biggs! It's about time you got here. Do you have the equipment?" Where's the equipment, Biggs? They shocked me. I left it. I left it. We'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. Break the magical locks. And 2 of them run forward with devices, and they let off small, looks like little charges. And the charges actually, I'm not going to take your spell slot here, Blue Box. This is we can have this as a thing. Keep your spell slot, but the charges wipe out your spell. It's like a dispel. Keep hold of your spell slot though, don't waste it. And then he's like, "See, this is why we need the drill." He gets his ear on the suited man gets his ear on the door and starts fiddling with the knobs.
All right. So am I able to? Is Hilmia able to see all of this happening?
Yes.
All right. Hilmia is just gonna run and attack the closest person to her.
Fantastic. Okay, everyone, let's roll initiative. Oh boy. Oh, I actually rolled nearly in order of my own initiative. Once you've got your initiatives, if you could pop them somewhere I can see them, that would be fantastic.
I would just like to remind everybody that my dex is 4.
My dex is 17, but I only rolled a 9. I've got a theme going on.
A lot of us have a theme going on.
Oh, so I would imagine Lesquin still has the
I rolled a
stethoscope.
3.
I don't think she took it off. If that's relevant. Anyway.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So no one rolled higher than a 10, then, is what I'm hearing.
So I'm trying to type it in group, but it's not working.
That's fine.
So I rolled a 4 with my dexterity modifier.
4, very nice, very nice. The two of you rolled a 9, so it'll be Lesquin first because Lesquin has the higher dex. Elifine, then the bug 3. Then Hilmia, then the mage. Got it. Okay, so as you run out, Hilmia, we're going to give you a surprise attack.
Alright.
As you've run out, they're not expecting you. They've been distracted by all sorts of things going on. So what would you like to do on the first round of combat?
All right, so I've got now my first of all, how big is the room? Is it like sort of spacious? Is it small?
Yeah, it's kind of spacious, It's like a 60-foot room, but it's got lots of like debris in the way, lots of like different pieces of machinery and stuff. So there's perhaps no space bigger than 20 feet in any section of the room.
So the equipment that I started out with, I had a great axe and I have 2 hand axes, so I'm gonna get out my other hand axe. I've got both of them in my hand, and I'm gonna run at one of them, and I'm just gonna attack him. So.
Please, by all means.
Man. All right, you're in timeout. Hang on just a second. Let me figure all this out. Anyway, so I rolled a 5, and then I have a. Oh, come on. Plus, so I rolled a 6 on that hit.
Unfortunately, a 6 is not going to be enough to hit. I'm afraid to inform you. So your first strike will be a miss.
Okay, and then I get a second attack, so I'm going to come back in with the other one. I'm going to use a different d20 this time. That's much better. I got an 18 on that one.
Oh, an 18 sounds promising. That will hit.
All right. Let me see damage on. Hang on just a second. I need to look up damage. So if the next person wants to go ahead and go, I'm going to look up damage on that.
Sure thing. So, you see in this surprise round, Lesquin and Alifin, you see Hilmia running out to surprise this person. So, would you like to take any actions?
So Lesquin is still confused about what is going on. She's like, I don't understand why we have to use violence now, but I mean, clearly you and Hilmia are the smarter people in this room. So, let's see. And so we are behind this glass thingy, right? So how am I able... Can I get down there, or is it...
Well, there isn't a way down there from here. You'd have to go back into the corridor and find another way down. Or unless you want to get a bit destructive, then there could be a quick way down.
Yeah. Actually, she has this whole thought process. She thinks it out loud. She's like, well, I can't do magic. I want a missile glass. Too long. and then she just takes a chair or anything else hefty and tries to smash the glass.
Sure thing.
Window.
Would you be helping Alefin?
Yes, I was planning on something, but I guess I'll just do guidance real quick as I see it going for the chair.
Hey, you don't have to. What did you have planned? As Lesquin is gathering the chair to smash the glass, what's Alefin doing?
If my two companions are both within 30 feet of me, he was going to cast Bless.
I think at the moment, because of your height, Hilmir is out of range.
Then it would probably just help however it could. If not guidance, then maybe grabbing a second chair and throwing that too, or something like that.
Okay, so as the two of you take chairs and throw them at the glass, this glass wasn't designed for this. It's not safety glass or anything like that. It's just regular glass. It shatters easily. And as glass rains down on the thugs, how do the two of you jump down?
I don't.
I was gonna say I'm not sure she's jumping down because I have some ranged. Well, two questions. How high is it? Like, how dangerous is it to just jump down?
That's like a 20 feet drop.
So,
Yeah, I'm working that out in meters. Yeah, it's like 7 meters. It's like a story.
6.
No, wait, that's pretty heavy.
6. Yeah, that's high.
Let's
especially
call
for
it 15 feet.
Okay.
You can tell I work in meters rather than feet. Hi.
I appreciate that. Now she's right now. How far away is the nearest person downstairs? Down there. Could I? Wait, where was that? Spell wizard.
We'll say this observation room is right above them. So anyone below you is going to be within 15 feet range. And the circle of thugs are all within 35 feet maximum.
Okay, then Lesquin is going. She's looking around in this room, and she's picking, let's say, maybe some kind of like a metal box, something that's not heavier than 5 pounds, and she begins to say some kind of incantation. No, wait, she's a sorcerer. She doesn't need incantations. There's just some magical sparks emanating from her hand, and this box begins to lift up. It's a little bit wobbly, which definitely has nothing to do with her with the alcohol in her blood. And then she casts Catapult and tries to launch it at the nearest person.
Fantastic. Well, we'll pick up that action on your next turn. What we're going to do at the moment is, as glass rains down on everyone and Hilmir runs in to smash this thug.
Who, by the way, took 6 points of slashing damage.
Thank you. We're going to take a 5-minute break. Y'all, we're going to go and take a break. We're going to grab a bio. We're going to grab a drink. If you're working from home and that's not normal, especially if you've been with us since the beginning, this is a great time to go and stretch your legs and stay mobile. Get up, maybe make a cup of tea, maybe do, something like that. Stretch, maybe do a little bit of quick yoga. Why not? We'll be back in 5 minutes as we do the same. See you in a second. Oh, hi everyone, and welcome back. I hope you had a fantastic break. We certainly did. I also have a coffee on the way, which is just simply amazing. Isn't that the best feeling when there's coffee on the way to you? So, the glass smashes. You smash the glass with chairs. You run in an attack, dealing 6 points of damage, and then we go into the turn order proper. So, the thug that you have just attacked is going to attack you back, swinging with their mace. Does a 22 hit you, Hilmir?
Oh, yes, it does.
Please take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. I am at 49 points now.
Another thug is going to take their crossbow and aim it up at you guys up there. Who are they gonna fire at? I hate making decisions. I feel like I'm picking on people. They're gonna fire at Blue Box, at Alifine. Does a 14 hit you? Please take 1 piercing damage. Then it is Lesquin's turn. I believe you had a catapult ready.
Yeah. 1 second. So it's what would hold on, is this an attack? No, it's not an attack spell.
Do you know what's really interesting about the web captions is they're picking up for you in German, but like they're copying across. One of our web captioners is picking up everyone's, and it's picking up the other person's in English.
I don't know. It's set to English.
I don't get it. Maybe it is a location thing, like we said earlier.
My German accent is so strong today.
Nine, it's okay.
I'm trying my best. Okay, seriously, it's been a year and a half since I last played D&D. It's not an attack spell.
Catapult. I think is it a dex save?
I think it might be.
Oh yeah. Hold on, it says if the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dexterity saving throw. Oh yeah. Okay. So on the failed and the dex, it says your dex save 10. That's not much.
Well, 3d8. Your dex save is 10.
Yeah.
I see. Oh
Yeah.
wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so the question is, which person are you aiming this at?
I would say were there already 2 people attacking Hilmia?
Just one attacking Hilmir. The other one took a crossbow and fired up at you, but there are 5 in total down there, and a mate and another person.
No, let's go and flings this metal box at the one that's attacking Hilmia.
Okay, so they're gonna make a dex save. On an 18, they will save.
On a failed save, the object strikes a target and stops moving.
So it looks like nothing happens on a success. Thank you, darling! So unfortunately, the metal box hits the ground, taking 3d8 of damage. This thing isn't going to have a lot of HP, I don't think. So the box shatters into the deck. You can see a large dent on the deck as well, where where it's made impact. The person has just ducked aside out of the way. Anything else on your turn?
No, I think she just looks at that person like, whoop, very dexterous. And then she just looks at what Alifine's doing.
Alifine's turn is next.
First things first, I'm going to be casting Spiritual Weapon. Putting it right in the middle of those thugs. It does get to make an attack. Let's see, it is +5. So the thug that Hilmia hit last time, is that part of the circle, or is that something separate? Because there's like the 5 thugs in the circle with her, and then there was the guy in the purple suit, right?
Yeah, they're all pretty close. Only the guy in the purple suit and thug number 5, also known as Biggs, are not in that group.
Okay. Then I will be targeting the same one that she stabbed with my spiritual weapon. It is D20 plus 5.
Ooh. You rolled a lot of 7s today.
And that spiritual weapon is a bonus action.
It is, yes. So you still have a main action?
Yeah, I'm going to hang my head in shame and then cast Sacred Flame at the one in purple suit. I need a dexterity saving throw. I need to beat a 13.
Did I click that? I thought I clicked that. You watch. I'll click it again, and it'll roll twice. Oh, no. There you go. At 18, they dodge aside. What happens on a successful save?
Nothing. They dodge.
They dodge aside, becoming very aware of everything that's going on. You have interrupted their safe cracking. They've stopped safe cracking. So, not...
If anybody's getting in that safe, it's going to be me. I mean, nobody's getting in that safe.
Fantastic. Next, Thug number 3. Thug number 3 is going to also produce a crossbow and fire this time at Lesquin. Oh, does a 7 hit you?
No.
The last one is going... Thug number 4 is going to attack Hilmir. Does a 19 hit you, Hilmir?
It does, unfortunately.
There's another 5 bludgeoning damage for you.
Oof, alright.
Oof, indeed.
I still have points. I'm still okay, but oh yeah, you know, you made a scratch. I'm not happy about it. Hilmi is not happy about it.
Thug 5 or Biggs is going to stand in front of in front of the purple suited man. Does he move there of his own volition, or is he moved by the man? It's difficult to say. Looks as though he's not doing anything at the moment. Hilmir, it's your turn.
All right. So I'm going to continue to attack the guy that I hit previously. And I have 21.
Ooh, yes, that will hit. I'll remind you all as well that you have nat 20s to spend.
This is true. I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna put that in my pocket and leave it for later. So let's see. Damage is 7 for the first attack, and then my next attack, that is going to be unnatural 20.
Oh, unnatural.
Unnatural, and that is also going to be a 7.
Okay, so that's significant. That's significant damage. 14 total. That's this bug looks bloodied. They do look bloodied. Before we carry on, I want to propose a critical success rule. Rather than doubling damage or rolling 2 dice, how about we make our criticals a little bit more effective and have you roll 1 dice, the second dice shows the maximum value.
All right.
Yeah. So if your weapon damage would normally be 1d8, it would be 8 plus 1d8.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. The last turn is for the mage. The mage looks up to you, Alduthine, and is going to cast Firebolt. Does a 17 hit you? Please take 10 fire damage as you are racked with flames. And they scoff.
I'm okay, I swear.
We go back to the top of the round. It's Thug number 1. The bloodied Thug still attacking Hilmir. Hilmir, does a 15 hit you?
Barely.
Oh my goodness. That's another 5 bludgeoning damage. How's Hilmir looking?
I've still got half my hit points.
Okay, keep going. I hear your message loud and clear. Thug number 2 takes their crossbow and fires at Alduthine. Does a 17 hit you, Alduthine? Does 6 piercing damage this time. How's Alduthine looking?
9 hit points left. I mean, bloodied.
Bloodied, yes. Lesquin, it's your turn.
I would say so. When the mage hit Elephant with the fireball, she first said, "Well, I can do that too," and she begins to prepare firebolt in return. But then I think it finally sets in, or she finally realizes that this is getting bad, really bad, pretty quickly, and so she tries to come up with something, and she's casting Major Image. And so from behind a stack of crates downstairs, she has I would say some kind of monster. God, what can she think of? I think it's a very nondescript monster with big arms. I mean, she's a shadow sorcerer, so it's gonna be some kind of creepy, weird, shadowy thingy that maybe sort of it has a shifting form, and so when it opens its mouth, it's actually like you wouldn't assume just by looking at Lesquin that she can cast stuff like that, because she's always well, the way she is.
Wow. Keep Lesquin
so
from
she's
her beer for too long, and this is what happens.
Exactly. And so she's just trying to scare at least some of them off.
Okay. Is this like is this a specific spell you're using, or a feat?
Yeah.
Or?
So it's called Major Image, 3rd level illusion.
Major Image. Yes, I know the spell very well.
And it's concentration.
Indeed, this creature appears, and I believe, is it an intelligence save to realize it's or is it wisdom?
Intelligence. Hold on. Creature action to blah 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 illusion. So yeah, intelligence / investigation check against my spell DC, which is.
Yeah.
Where is it?
Okay, so I'm just gonna rule it. Any thug that fails this intelligence save is going to get the frightened condition.
Okay.
So thug 1 is frightened. Thug 2 is frightened. Thug 3 is not frightened. Thug 3 is made of sterner stuff than the other two. Thug 4 is frightened. Thug 5 Biggs, perhaps because he's standing close to the purple-suited man, cares not for your monster or your magics. Thank you very much. And our impressive suited person, also not frightened. But that's a pretty good ROI there. That's pretty good. Lots of frightened people down there. If I just remind myself of the frightened condition, it disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while within the source of their fear. So fantastic.
And I think at this point she would actually duck, sort of. Or was the glass? Was it? Did you say that it went from the bottom up to the ceiling?
It did, but you could step back from the edge and gain half cover.
I will do that.
Okay. Fantastic. After Lesquin, it is Alifin's turn.
First things first, I have spiritual weapon out, so that's going to take a bonus action attack at the bloodied thug.
A 17 will hit.
8 plus. Wrong screen. Let me fix that. There we go. 7 damage as my daggers pierce him repeatedly.
Yes,
And
indeed.
then,
Still up, looking bad.
Lesquin, have you taken any damage yet? No. Okay. I am going to bite my bottom lip, and jump out the window to the fracas below.
Great.
And when I get down there, I am going to channel divinity, preserve life, and I'm going to be greedy, and I'm going to take 17 hit points myself, and Hilmia, you gain 8.
Okay, so you are restored 17 hit points. Hilmia, you regain 8 hit points. And is that everything for your turn?
If you'll allow me to find something to cover behind, that would be wonderful, but I understand if you don't.
Did mention that this room is covered in lots of machinery and stuff. You can indeed. None of it will provide full cover, but you could get half cover or even 3/4 color if you succeed on a survival check. DC 15.
It's not too bad. That's fair. Survival is +5.
On a 13, you get half cover.
Yeah.
For a reminder, half cover gives you +2 to bonus, +2 bonus to your AC and dexterity saves. So, currently that's Lesquin and Alifin.
All right, and that would be it for my turn.
After Alifin, it is Fug number 3's turn. Fug number 3 was a crossbow wielder who's going to fire up at Lesquin. They are not frightened. Does a 21 hit you, Lesquin? As they laugh at your image.
Yeah. Yeah, barely.
Barely. Cool. That's why it's only 2 points of damage then, as it just scratches you on its way past. Next is Fug number 4. They're attacking Hilmia. They are frightened, so they have disadvantage on their attack. Does an 8 hit you, Hilmia?
It does not.
Fantastic. Biggs is feeling pretty good about himself over there. He's going to pull out a crossbow and also start doing things. He saw what Alifin was up to with the firebolt, and he saw with the healing. He went to the Stormtrooper school of Fugship, and knows that you should always focus on the healer. Does a 16 hit you, Alifin, with your +2 cover? Wow, one of them high-ranking Stormtroopers students then. As they do hit you, please take... 7 piercing damage. Next up is Hilmia's turn.
All right, so Hilmia is, they are seeing their friends get hit and hurt, and they are tired of the audacity of these men fighting in their swimsuits because it's ridiculous. So Hilmia would like to rage. So I'm gonna take my
you can rage.
like to rage. So Hilmia is gonna aim at the guy that they've been hacking away at and attack with the first attack. All right, so that is going to be a 15 to attack.
Ooh, 15 hits. They're only wearing swimsuits.
All right, so
And remember, everyone, you do have nat 20s.
I do. I'm like kind of saving it, but yeah. So that first one's gonna be 5 damage. And you know what? I'm going to use one of them. I'm going to use my crit.
Okay, so that first hit will be enough to take out the bloodied Fug that you've already been attacking. So one of your assailants falls to the ground. How does this look?
This looks good. So is Hilmia within range of the second guy that was attacking them?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. They were both kind of ganging up on you.
Okay, then I'm going to use my one of my 20s on that person.
Okay,
and
so max damage plus 1 dice.
Okay, so max damage plus 1 dice. That is going to be a 12.
12 points of damage. Immediately, this person looks pretty hurt.
Not so tough now. are
Oh, this one's lively! It's terrified.
you? All right, and that is my turn.
Next is our purple suited man. He is going to use Misty Step to appear up top with you, Lesquin.
That's not necessary.
No bonus actions on his turn. He just smiles at you. And next in the turn order, it is a dead person. Then it's Fug number 2. Fug number 2 was firing at Alufine. Seeing them duck behind cover, they go for a different target. Maybe I think they actually put their crossbow away and run to attack Hilmir, seeing that their friend is. No, wait, hang on, they're frightened. Bug 2 is frightened, so actually they're not going to go any closer to that image whatsoever. They run away. It happens to be towards the vault. Next is Lesquin's turn.
Yeah, she's getting progressively more upset about the whole situation. You know, first hit by the arrow, and then the purple guy, oh, not the purple suited man. And she gets up and sort of dusts herself up and like, oh look, I don't like to be that kind of person, but I really don't have a choice here. And then she casts Crown of Madness, and I would like to use my second nat 20 for that on the suited man.
Oh! Oh my goodness! Correct me if I'm wrong, Crown of Madness gives you control of the character, or they just have to attack their allies?
Well, both. I mean, they're charmed. Usually they have to do a wisdom save to become charmed. The charm target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. The target can act normally, so if I don't choose anybody, they can act normally. And it's concentration. You must I have to choose to maintain control, otherwise it ends. Oh, and then also the target can make a wisdom save throw at the end of each of its turns.
Okay. Interesting. So, that goes off. You used your nat 20. They have Crown of Madness cast on them. They definitely notice it.
There you go. There you go. And while she does that, the crown starts to form around his head.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, around the top hat, sort of like an extra accessory.
And do you designate someone for them to attack, or do you let them act normally for now?
Yeah, I would let him just jump right back down and go for the nearest person. Not the nearest person, so anyone who's not Hilmia, obviously, or Elephant, but yeah, the nearest of the thugs.
Fug 3 is down there, not scared. Fug 4 is down there, already slightly damaged by Hilmia.
Then let's start with that person, number 4.
Okay. Fug number 4. They look in their direction. It's not their turn yet, but we'll see how that unfolds. Next is Alufin's turn.
Right. Spiritual weapon as a bonus action. I can move it 20 feet. Is that long enough to get to the one who went towards the vault?
Yes.
And I will do so, and I will use my 20 to hit.
Okay.
And then
max damage
so
plus 1 dice.
There you go. 14 damage.
Ooh, yeah, they look pretty hurt.
And then Sacred Flame on the same one, because if it's working, why not keep doing it? So I need a Dexterity 13 saving throw. And if I remember correctly, he is frightened, right? Does he have disadvantage?
Quite possibly. Let's have a look here. That's... Frightened... Ability checks and attack rolls, not saving throws, unfortunately.
Right, so
but
let me...
Dex 13, you say? Nat 1! Oh!
The big sacred flame coming from downtown.
So as you obliterate this thug in one round, why don't you describe what that looks like exactly? They had no damage before the start of this round.
At first, we were fighting. I saw Hilmir go down there. I wanted to protect her. I saw this thug peel off and go towards the vault. That vault is mine. No one's getting that. So I attack with extreme prejudice. Those daggers come out of nowhere, stabbing him in the legs, slowing him down. And Sacred Flame coming from the ceiling crashes right down onto his skull. Knocks him out.
Oof. That non-lethal then? The
No, I just...
Oh, okay.
Definitely going for lethal.
Fantastic. So, down they go. Down they go. Wow. Next in the turn order is Thug number 3. Thug number 3, not frightened, has been firing at Lesquin. And seeing that crown appear as they're looking up that way, they still see you as that higher threat, Lesquin. You'll still have the half cover, giving you a +2 to your AC. Here comes another crossbow volley. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
Please take another 6 piercing damage. Bug 4 on you, Hilmir. Attacking with disadvantage. 16.
Does it?
They do 6 bludgeoning damage.
All right, so I think in rage, if I'm still in rage, I have resistance to bludgeoning.
You do. You half that damage. You only take 3.
All right, sounds good.
Next up is Thug 5, Biggs. Thug 5, Biggs, starts fiddling with the safe. They start putting their ear to it and fiddling the knobs and trying to have a go. Next in the turn order is Hilmir.
All right. Do I see? So the suited man, he's down there now, attacking this guy, right?
Yet.
Not yet.
He on his turn, he's been commanded to attack the person on you, but currently they are just still standing up there looking at them. They're not going to move until their turn.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit that guy, or I'm gonna attack that guy. Ew, that's a 5.
Oh, yeah, no, they even frightened. Maybe it is the fear that makes them block this as they are cowering behind their shield. Well, they haven't got a shield. They're wearing a swimsuit. They're just cowering, and your blow goes over their head.
Got it. All right, I'm gonna use my second attack then, and that is also a 5.
Well, yep.
I'm mad and I'm just swinging around.
The rage is strong in this one.
Yes, too strong.
I can say that if those attacks had hit, they would have been devastating. They look like devastating attacks, just not this round.
All right.
Our friend, the suited man. Petra, I'm going to offer you something, DM to player. This is a high magic user. If you like, instead of moving down and melee attacking them as the spell describes, we can use some magic on them, but I get to choose what magic.
Yeah, let's do it.
Great. You see anger fill his eyes for a second. And on this first round, he's going to cast Magic Missile at level 5. And 2 bolts are going to hit... No, all 5 bolts are going to hit on the target you designated, which is that one there. So they take... 8, 10, 18 points of damage from this volley of bolts that hits them, and they are immediately bloodied.
Yeah, Lesquin still trying to stay in half cover. She's like, good job. Continue.
Back to the top of the round. The 2 thugs are down. It's Lesquin's turn.
I'm trying to find out how many sorcerer points I have. Where on
Level 5 should be free. 3 or 5? Something like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to... I must be blind. I'm trying to see where they should be listed somewhere so I can mark them up. Anyway.
Yeah.
So if I were... So I have Quicken Spell. So where I can turn a spell that has a casting time of 1 action into a bonus action. Would it be possible to do that and cast, for example... Oh, hold on. I don't think I have anything that's sort of missile style anyway. That's higher than level.
I would totally allow you to cast 2 spells using the Quicken Spell feat.
Oh yeah, no. So I would still have to use it on the cantrip because it's still 1 action. That's true.
Yes.
So would it be okay if I use a sorcerer point to cast Firebolt as a bonus action, and then use my actual action to maintain control over? Oh, he gets to do a Wisdom save, by the way.
Oh, he does. Yes. He's good at those. There's a 17 save.
Yeah, hold on. I think. Yeah, save DC is 10.
The crown fades and he looks back at you.
Yeah, he was just saying, just continue. I mean, it's. He deflates. Well, in that case, let's see. Well, I'm still going to do the Quicken spell. Let's see. I can't do Firebolt against someone who's right in front of me, right? If it's a ranged spell, or is it a disadvantage? How does it work?
Yeah, you can do a ranged spell. Yeah, go for it. I think the rule is it should be like there should be a range in the spell, and if it's outside of that first part, like usually it has like 40, 120. That means after 40 feet is disadvantage. After 120 feet, you can't do it. So
it just says 120 feet.
Then no disadvantage.
Okay, cool. So I'm using a sorcery point to first cast Firebolt at the man in the suit. As a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
So why is there no cast button?
I can't help you there. Should be a ranged spell attack, so using your spell attack bonus.
Which is +2. Okay, let's give this a try. Just gonna roll.
Yeah, go for it.
So it's just 1d20 plus the spell attack modifier, right?
Yeah, it would usually be, I think, proficiency and your spellcasting modifier, whatever your spellcasting modifier is.
And okay, so plus proficiency. Okay, it's been too long. 23.
Oh, okay. On a 23, that definitely hits. Please roll damage.
Which is 2d10. Ooh. 17.
Flames rack his body as his nice, perfectly tailored, dry clean suit begins to singe at the edges, and his quizzical eyebrow turns to anger eyebrows.
And hold on. Oh, there's this sword burst. That's for 5 feet range area. You create a momentary circle of spectral blades that sweep around you. Each creature within range must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 1d6, and then I can cast it at a higher. Let's see. I'm gonna cast it at 5th level. No, I can't even do that. Can I? No, I'm only casting it. Oh god, I'm not used to crunchy systems like this anymore. Hold on, where is
Never
it?
got used to them storytelling type systems, huh?
Yeah, I mostly play PBTA for the
Yeah.
past year and a half. Right, wait.
What's the name of the spell?
Why is it not in my... It's called Sword Burst. It's not in the... Why is it not here? It's a... Oh wait, it's a cantrip. Why is it not... Oh, it's right there. Oh,
Must be a-
okay. Yeah, so he has to make a dex save. So dex save against my spell... my spell dex. So
Does an 18 pass? I don't think he's failed a dex save yet, actually. He's
Yeah,
pretty
he does.
nimble, this guy in his suit.
and there's no half damage or anything. It's just not working.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So after
She just goes, "Ugh," and then nothing happens.
yeah, the swords blare out, and he just kind of missed me with that. Aliafine, it's your turn.
Let's see. My spectral weapon or spiritual weapon is daggers are going to pull themselves out of the dead thug and dart off towards Biggs at the safe. Let's see. I'm going to use. I have one more 20, right?
You do have another 20, yes.
I'm going to use that for this. Let's see if I can. There we go. So that's the daggers on Biggs.
Indeed. A 13 will hit.
I used the 20 to hit, so that's damage.
Oh, I see. Yes, that is full damage. Well, not full damage, but it's a lot of damage. 13 points of damage. You know, they're not looking too bad.
And then Hilmir, how are you looking? Bloodied?
You know, I'm scratched up a bit, yeah.
Scratched up a bit, but you're still pretty good.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good.
All right, in that case, I am just going to Sacred Flame on Biggs again. So that's
Please
a
do, yeah.
Dexterity saving throw, 13.
Dex saving throw, here it comes. A 10, they fail.
He takes an additional 8 sacred radiant damage as another ball of fire materializes and crashes down on him. And I shout out, "Get away from that safe! That's mine. I mean, that's not yours."
They're all starting to look pretty hurt now. You know, everyone except for Fug 3 has taken a significant amount of damage. Fug 3 is having the time of his life. And in fact, it is Fug 3's turn. Fug 3 is going to rush towards Hilmir, seeing the raging threat over there. And they're going to swing out with a mace. Does a 16 hit you?
It does.
Please take 8 points down to 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alrighty.
Next is Bug 4 attacking you also, Hilmir, but with disadvantage.
Bring it.
Does a 14 hit you?
That is my armor class, so yes.
Meets beats, I'm afraid. So they luckily managed to clip you with 7 points of bludgeoning damage, rounded down to 3. Next up is Big's turn. Biggs stops what he's doing on the safe as you've hit him quite a lot, and he looks over towards your way, Aliafine. You're ever so slightly out of range, but he's going to fire at you with his crossbow anyway at disadvantage. Does a 16 hit you? Oh.
See, quite.
Oh, you froze up for a second there.
Yeah, it does hit.
Please take 3 piercing damage. Is that with your +2 AC for the cover as well?
Yes.
Okay. I tried. After Biggs, it is Hilmir's turn.
All right. So I'm going to just continue my hack and slash. They are going to attack the I think it's Thug 4. Thug 4. And that is a 16 to hit.
Ooh, a 16 is definitely gonna hit.
All right. So we've got 2 whole points of damage there. And Hilmi is going to take their second axe and attack the same person.
Hilmi, I hate to tell you this, but even though there's only 2 points of damage, that is enough to finish Fug 4. How
right.
does this look?
All right. Who else is around Hilmia right now?
Fug 3 did just run up to start attacking you and successfully hit you, I think.
Ooh, fresh meat. All right, I'm going to attack him. And that is going to be 14.
14 hits.
All right. And that's going to be 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. The first damage that Fug 3 has taken in this encounter. You mar their otherwise perfect countenance. They are that Fug as well. You know, there's always the handsome one. That's Fug 3.
Oh, I gave him a nice scar. I love it.
Yeah. After Hilmia, it is the mage's turn. And they level a steady gaze at you, Lesquin. Tell you what. I'll give you one chance. Join me. Help us break into this safe and escape with whatever it is that's inside. And I'll spare you all. Make you a part of the gang even. You're clearly capable. You've taken out half my men. There's money in that.
What's even in there?
I don't know.
Are you lying?
You can do an insight check if you like.
Yeah, she has learned how to do that. What was it again? +1, okay.
So you're a little insightful then. +1. Okay, on a 13, it's hard to say. Some people are an open book. This suited person is not one of those people. As he sees you like trying to puzzle him out, he says, "Look, anyone who goes to the trouble of hiding a gigantic safe behind an engine with 4 magical locks and 2 mechanical locks must be storing something valuable, and I want it."
Well, actually, now that you've given me a better idea of what's going to be behind that door, I think all of it belongs to me. So I'm definitely not gonna help you.
All right. I warned you. He's going to aim a fireball between Alyafin and Hilmia.
Sort of in a kind of...
That would be DC 14. He keeps his eyes on you, Lesquin, as he does it. He like throws the fireball down at them. Thug 3 is also going to be caught in this, and he dex saves from everyone, DC 14. The Thug saves. Unfortunately, Blue Box Pirate does pass because you have +2 to your dex saves thanks to your half cover. It's not for nothing half cover. How about Hilmia?
I'm at my AC is 14.
Dex save, sorry.
Oh, dex save. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
5.
Ooh. Do you happen to be Bear Totem Barbarian?
I'm sorry. What was that?
Do you happen to be a Totem Barbarian of the bear, giving you resistance to fire? Nope.
I am a berserker.
Then I'm afraid that will be 31 points of fire damage.
Ooh, dang. All right. Yeah. I'm down to 6 hit points.
You're still up? Oh my god. Anyway.
I'm like kind of... Hilmi is just kind of standing there and no clue what happened. They're hanging in there. Barely.
Damn. Well, at half damage, Alyafin, you'll take 15 points of damage. And that'll be the end of his turn. He's done plenty enough talking. Next up, we go back to the top of the round, and it is Lesquin's turn.
So what's the situation? I'm still up there. The man in the suit is still up there.
Man on the suit is still up there with you. There's Fug Free, looking bloodied. Well, more singed now, actually. And possibly looking questioningly over at his boss. And Fug 5 Briggs over by the vault, also looking bloodied. The person up to you their suit looks marred, but they are not yet muddied. Bloodied.
Well, then let's get them muddied. Because after he did that, so stupid question. For the longest time, I thought the mage and the guy in the suit were two persons. It's one and the same.
He is a mage. He is a mage. Yes. I can help us all out with that. Actually, here we go.
I guess I'm matching Lesquin's intelligence tonight.
That's okay. I've renamed our mage to Purple Suit Guy. There you go.
Yeah, I think for the first time we see Lesquin with a completely sober look on her face and just stares at him, and she says, "That wasn't very nice. But how about you and I gonna take a look together at what's in that safe?" And she attempts to sort of tackle him out of, so that they both fall down, take him down to the lower level.
Oh, okay. So, like, you're not pretending to go along with what he suggested. You're just going to grab him and jump out the thing. Okay, give me an athletics check.
How can I have, as a dwarf, -1 on athletics? Good lord. Do I have... No, shit, I used up both of my advantages. Fine. Fine. I don't need it. It's a 4.
Yeah, no, as you try and grab them and grapple them, they stop that. Stop it. What are you doing? Stop it.
Probably not even getting to him, sort of placing a hand against her face.
He's like just pushing it out of the way. No, stop that. I said you could join me, not fondle me. Get off. Next. Oh, unless you have anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Okay. Alyafine's turn.
Make sure I'm unmuted first, I guess. Biggs is going to be getting stabbed again with my spiritual weapon. Roll that real quick. Daggers spring out from his back and jab at him again. Special.
Swing and a miss. He is wise to your daggery ways.
Curses. And Hilmia, don't fall yet. I've got you soon, but for now, I gotta stay standing. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 3rd level myself because I am a coward.
Hey, protect the healer. That's not cowardice. That's tactics.
3d8, and it's +5 because I am a cleric of life. 19 hit points.
Nice. 19 hit points. You regain all of the fire damage and more. Anything else on your turn?
I am going to use my movement to move up to Hilmia, if possible, using her body between me and whatever enemies remain.
Yes, Biggs was aiming a crossbow at you, and Bug Free is right there attacking Hilmia. I mean, it's one thing not to heal them, but to then use them as a meat shield feels cruel.
I did say I was a coward.
Okay, yeah, now that's not tactics. Now that's cowardice. I give it to you. Fug Free is going to continue to attack Hilmia. They do spend a second, though, looking up at their boss, like, what the hell? Before turning back to Hilmia and hitting them with the mace. Did I click that with the mace? Does an 11 hit you?
It does not.
They are clearly so distracted that they cannot hit you this turn around. Biggs is going to be aiming at Alufin, but since Alufin is standing behind you, Hilmi, I'm afraid that puts you in the line of fire. However, a 3 isn't going to hit you anyway. It fires way off to the side. Disadvantage
My
to the
plan
range.
worked out perfectly.
And so it is Hilmia's turn.
All right. Hilmi is a little dazed, but they are still raging. So they are going to attack Thug 3 again. And that is a 9. Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit, I'm afraid.
Does not hit. Okay, well, do I want to use my... I'm not going to use my 20 yet. All right.
Okay.
I'll go for my second attack, which is a natural 20, so I didn't need to use another crit. All right, so that is going to be 10 damage.
That's total, including the max dice?
Total, including max dice.
Okay, they look very bad. Very bad. Very low on health after this vicious onslaught. Anything else from you?
Welcome to the club. That's it. That's my action.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. After Hilmia, it is the mage's turn. Do you know what? I'm gonna salt the wounds a little bit here, Petra. I'm sorry. They're gonna stand. They're gonna just like maneuver around you, like not leaving your range, and just use the shove attack. They're just gonna. Can you please defend against a 3 strength shove attack? You can use acrobatics or athletics.
Let's go with acrobatics. Where am I? Nope.
What if there's ever a time for a nat 1?
Excuse me? I didn't hear you there.
Sorry, what? Oh yeah, no, they try and shove you, and it's like a reversal of roles. Like now they're the one that's weakly patting at you, and
Yeah, I think she's just at some point she just gets fed up with the whole situation. Just is going to shove his arms to the side, and yeah.
I love the way that the mage fight up top has literally reduced to like a. I don't think they have any bonus actions actually, so is that a bonus action? Surely not. No, it's not. So we're gonna move right on to the top of the round. Lesquin, it is your turn again.
And as they're, just fighting in a very unelegant, unwizardly manner, she just falls back onto the spell that previously worked quite well. I'm using another sorcery point to first cast a firebolt as a bonus action.
Hell yeah, yeah. Spell attack roll.
Why am I?
Should be charisma plus proficiency, I think.
Yeah. No, it's a hit. It's plus a hit. It's an attack. It's an attack spell. I'm just confused why there's no cast.
There should be on it.
Yeah, no, never mind. That it's because it's here on DnDBeyond. It's not relevant because you don't count the spell slots. Hold on, okay. Plus 2 plus 2 for the attack, spell attack and proficiency. 11.
I'm afraid an 11 just does not hit. They duck
Well,
out
that
of
was
the way.
Okay, that was a bonus action. So I used that's why I used the second sorcery point, and then I'm going to do the exact same. Just trying to sort of doing this and there's a fireball in between, and then this is looking ridiculous but also hilarious. What about a 20?
That will hit, yes!
And because I cast a spell only 10 minutes ago, or you forgot how much damage it does. 2d10, hold on. Eight.
Ooh, okay, 8 points of damage. They're starting to look a little bloody. There's like a bruise appears on their face, you know, they're looking a little sooty now, perhaps. They're not doing great. After Lesquin's turn, it is Alifin.
All right. I am going to use spiritual weapon first off. Is going to be stabbing still at Biggs over by the safe. So
13 will hit. Yep.
All right, that's my 2d8. There we go. For 10 damage.
That's enough to kill Biggs.
Get away from the safe. And then to Hilmia, hand on your back, say, keep fighting, you got this. We're not going to let him take us down. And cast Cure Wounds again at my last 3rd level spell slot.
Hilmia regains 18 health points.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And I am still hiding behind her, for the record.
Fantastic. Great, you're hiding behind her as Fug Free tries to attack again. With a nat 20, having just been healed, Hilmia. Please take another 13 points of damage as they... Perhaps the distraction of being healed allows them to make a very penetrating blow.
Oof, alright.
Kitty!
Halved because she's raging still, right?
Halved because you're raging still, yes, to 6.
So 6, alright, that's better.
Just fuels your anger, and it is your turn next.
Alright, well, I'm gonna attack him. Tit for tat. That is going to be 14.
That hits.
To hit. Alright. And that is 5 points of damage.
Racking up the kill count, Fug Free is down.
That's what I thought! You have it in you. Alright.
Now, like, 3 bodies around Hilmia. Hilmia hasn't moved. People have just been coming to her, to them for their death.
Who else is left?
There is the mage up top. That is it.
Is there a way that I can kind of sneak around behind him?
The only way up there that you can see would be going back up through the corridors. Unless you can figure out a way to bring him down. There's also a heavy crossbow lying around on the ground.
There is. I don't know if I have proficiency with crossbows. I do not believe I do. I want to try to just chuck my other hand axe at him.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, so how am I gonna do this? All right, so Hilmia is just gonna take aim at the mage and throw, and that is going to be 11 to hit.
Well, unfortunately, an 11 is not enough to hit. They
now down to 1 weapon. All right, well that is my turn.
They swish their cloak and turn. The axe clatters against the wall. Next, it is the mage's turn. He takes stock, seeing that everyone is dead. And they're going to step away from you, Lesquin, jumping down. You will get an opportunity attack. If you choose to use your reaction to do so.
I can only do a melee attack, right?
That's correct, yes.
I haven't specified any weapons. I didn't like would the randomizer would have put weapons if it wanted me to have weapons in my.
I think so, yeah. So you could either go for an unarmed strike, or the other unarmed things you could do include the shove attack. You could try and push them over as they go.
Oh, that's a lovely idea just to make them.
Yeah, that'd be an athletics check.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, forgot.
Hey, a 10, that's not bad. It's good! They topple over. Please roll me 2d6 falling damage as they fall 20 feet.
2d6, you said?
Yep.
7.
They hit the ground with a loud crack and sort of stumble up, having taken the falling damage. They're also prone, so that's going to take the rest of their movement just standing up and like dusting themselves off. For their action, they're going to turn back and curse at you. They're going to cast Magic Missile at 4th level at you, Lesquin.
All right.
4 bolts incoming. 5, 10, 13, 16 points of damage hit you.
I would say we see I'm still alive, but we see her being bombarded by the missiles and actually being pushed back down to 3.
Back to the top of the round. It is your turn.
All right.
I'm going to. Dang it. I'm going to perform. Okay, Lesquin. Okay, she knows she's half dead. She has nothing. She has no magics to heal herself. With her shadow sorcery, she does have this where she can come back from the dead, but she is not cut out for any of this shit. None of it. At this point, she's going to perform the very heroic, I'm gonna crawl the fuck out of here move.
Of course. The crawl the fuck out of here, a famous D&D move. You will move away, I believe half speed for being prone, if you're crawling. But
Probably.
as you go further back into the room, you do in fact get full cover. Next in the turn order is Alipine.
Is the mage close enough for my spiritual weapon to get to him? It's 20-foot
They
movement
have
speed on them.
jumped down. They are close enough.
Okay, and let's say the spiritual weapon darts from the dead body of Biggs. Daggers darting towards the mage for 9.
That's not going to hit, I'm afraid. Sees it coming.
Upset. Versus. I'm going to use my action to try to persuade the mage to give it up. His crew is dead. He will be soon if he doesn't join us, give us all of the treasure, and maybe we'll let him live.
Okay, make me a persuasion roll.
Ugh.
Look, whilst it's true that you have bested me, I work for powers greater than you know. Join me, and you will receive rewards. You will be greatly rewarded.
Hilmia, kill him, and we can split the treasure ourselves.
Okay.
Yeah, it is Hilmia's turn next.
Cool.
Yeah, Hilmia, it is your turn next, so go for it.
Okay. So Hilmi is looking at this mage, and they're thinking that hand axe might not be really up to snuff against this guy. So Hilmi is going to put down their hand axe and actually take out their great axe. I believe that is my action.
Nah, that doesn't seem like fun.
All right, so then Hilmi is gonna rush the mage
Please do.
and attack. Let me find out what okay, cool. And first attack is a 10.
The 10's not going to hit, I'm afraid.
10's not
You
gonna
do
hit,
still
alright.
have a nat 20.
I do, and I'm gonna use it.
By all means, please roll me maximum damage.
All right, let me find my axe. All right, so let me grab my D12. Where are you at? All right, so that is going to be a total of 24 2 points of damage.
That kills him by a lot. Like, this is unnecessary violence at this point, as you... Like, he's a frail man, and your sword cleaves through him like butter. It's honestly difficult to watch. And that is the end of the guy in the purple suit. Now you can all let Lesquin know that it's safe, and you can all heal up. We'll expedite that for time's sake. You can all be healed and down. When you approach the safe, the K fills with what looks like red ink. Like a voice modulator says, Canif bloodline detected. And all of the locks automatically open. Inside this room is one Warforged. They don't look like a Wizard of Oz tin can or anything like that. They look very sleek. Like their structure almost looks like thin metal rods, almost resembling bones. And they have like, their motivators are large, what looks like air pistons that almost resemble muscles. And there is a plastic faceplate on this thing that looks not quite human, definitely deep into the uncanny valley. It lies dormant in the center of the room, one hand raised upwards, with a K in its palm.
Okay. And so Lesquin looks at the other two.
What is this thing? Is it a robot? Like, what is this?
It's not mine.
I don't know, but it clearly wants to shake hands. So she just goes over very awkwardly, just puts her hand on the Warforged's hand with a K on it.
And we'll zoom in on your hand, as even though you've healed up, you'll still be a little bloody, let's say. And as your blood touches this K, the K fills red. The eyes light up, also red. It says, mission restarted. And that's where we're going to leave this week's one shot. That's it. That's our one shot. Nothing planned, nothing gained. Well, hopefully something gained. I hope we all had fun. We're going to go around and talk to everyone about where we can find each other online and all of that good stuff. I hope you've enjoyed this wonderful 3-hour break from social distancing and isolation and all of that good stuff. We're going to talk about our sponsors quickly. Check out Hero Forge for all of your miniature needs. Check out the Deck of Many for Humblewood and all of the Deck of Many things and all that wonderful stuff. And Mage Hand Press for all of the 5e expansions you could possibly need. Go and check them all out. Their stores are all online. You don't have to touch anyone or go anywhere. Check out their stuff online. And let's go around and speak to our players. We'll go in the opposite direction this time and start with Petra at P. Volkhausen.
Hey, that was lovely. Just coming in cold, not knowing what's going to happen, just not caring about if any of it makes any sense, but still having fun. So thank you for having me. Yeah, hi, I'm Petra. You can find me at P. Volkhausen on Twitter, and as I said at the beginning, from there you can get to all other sites like my itch page, where you can find the games that I've published and wrote. And also, anybody wants to learn German or English, then I can help with that too. Yeah, but thank you also to Kristen and Blue Blocks.
Yeah.
Lovely meeting you.
Thank you. Next, we have Blue Box Pirate.
I am Blue Box Pirate. You can find me on Twitter at Blue Box Pirate. I don't really do too much online besides hanging out here on Scratticus Academy. I'll be on my brother's Twitch Friday night, but I don't want to tell you all to show up there because you should be here watching whatever's going on then. Thank you to Hilmia and Lesquin, because I forgot to write down your names. Petra and Kristen, right?
Yes.
Yes,
You did it.
I
GG.
remember it. Yes. It was a blast. I had so much fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you indeed. And then last but most certainly not least, Kristen.
Thank you guys so much for having me on here. This was so much fun. I haven't been able to game in over a year, so like this was just the best time. Yeah, you can definitely find me on Twitter, brighteyes_80. I'm also on Instagram at kristen.p.ramirez, and it's Kristen with an I. That's important. You can check out my artwork on Instagram. That's where I post most of my stuff. And thank you, Petra and Blue Box. You guys were so much fun to play with. This was a blast. And thank you, Scratticus, for having me on here.
No, thank you for coming along. And if you haven't gamed in that long, I feel like we should make this a regular thing. Let's get you back. Let's do some more games.
I'm totally down, especially with this group. If you know, Petra and Blue Box want to play again, I am so down for it.
Yeah, we can totally make that happen. Well, everyone, we are going to go on a break. There's about an hour until our next scheduled show. So what I thought I would do in the brief intermission is talk about how you can set up your usual home game online. If you usually meet every week around a table and you can't do that because of social distancing, I thought it'd be great to show you how we generally use Roll20, but insert your sponsorship here if you have a virtual tabletop that you want to get sponsored. I'll show you how to set up Roll20 at home and talk online and all of that good stuff. So hang around for that. And otherwise, we'll see you at 6 p.m. for Downside Up, where we use the Mage Hand Press Faith Folio stuff, DM'd by Mackenzie Lane DA. Until very soon, everyone. Keep on evoking emotions. We'll see you later on. Bye!